Hello and welcome to the new theme month, bitches. That's right, it's my time to shine. And that's right, you heard me. Theme month. I'm going to be the host. I'm Marcus, and my co-host over here.
I'm here, TJ.
That's TJ. And so, for the next few weeks, we're taking a break from comic book shit, because that shit gets really old. And we're going to do themes, because that's what we do now sometimes when we're not being comic book guys. And by themes, I mean we're going to pick 4 movies. One person picks 4, and later on, someone else will pick another 4. And we're going to stick to a theme. Did I announce the theme now?
I mean, we're going to be covering the first movie in the theme, so I think they need to know what the theme is.
Or we can have them try to figure out the theme and make some watch and listen to the 4 reviews.
No, I got a point to make.
Fine. So, theme. Marcus's theme for this first themed episode of the theme month is going to be child actors who are now adult actors.
What a surprise that Marcus chose such a stupid theme.
It's not. It's just a cool theme, okay? It makes you think. And the first child actor.
Are you sure your theme is movies that abrupt endly without finishing their plot threads?
That could be it. We might find out. But it finished on a strong note. Kind of. But the movie I picked, fitting this theme, stars a young, handsome fella named Shia LaBeouf. And the movie is Peanut Butter Falcon, the Peanut Butter Falcon. Yeah, 2019 release. It's a runtime of 98 minutes. It's an hour 38 for some people out there. It had a budget of $6.2 million, and it grossed a total of $23.3 million, which lands it at number
374.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, 179 in the top box office of that year, which isn't bad because it's right next to. I'm trying to find a movie I've seen or heard of. Nothing. But anyways, that's not bad. But you guys want to know the top 10 boxes of 2019? Because you guys are gonna love this. At number 10, Jumanji: The Next Level. That's a sequel to a sequel, guys. It's a sequel to a remake.
Is that a sequel to the Rock one?
Oh, it's the first one, actually. It's a sequel to the Rock one, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see either the Rock ones, but
honestly, I do like them a lot. I kind of like them better than Jumanji, the original one. Just as me saying.
That's sacrilege.
That is, because me saying out loud, I have to think Jumanji's a good movie. So, it's a good trilogy so far. Unless you want to count Zathura, then it's a good series so far. Anyways,
count what?
Zathura?
I don't know what that is.
Pretty sure it's called Zathura. It's the one, yeah, it's Zathura. It's like the space Jumanji, stars Sam Rockwell and some kids.
Oh, never even heard of it.
It's not bad. Not bad. But anyways, number 9. It's another...
Hold on. It's hard to mess up that concept that they have. It's just,
I don't know.
Hey, this is a board game. Just mess around with the rules.
Yeah, but I feel like they could mess it up.
I mean, you can mess up anything, but you got to try to mess it up.
I mean, the Jumanji ones of the Rock of the video games. Like, hey, it's a video game now, guys. You're sucked into it.
But it still works, according to you.
No, it does work in my opinion. You probably won't like it, but it still works.
Yeah, wow.
But number 9, Aladdin, because that's a remake of a cartoon, guys.
That one's sacrilege too.
Yeah.
And that Aladdin movie is like my childhood movie.
Yeah, the OG one?
That one that you think of when you're a kid, that one's mine. So the remake is just sacrilege to me.
Well, okay, I'll say it right now, because I don't think Disney's ever going to listen to us and or sponsor us. I think all the Disney live actions are just shit cash grabs, because they make money.
Yeah, but I mean, they do make money. People like them, so...
Oh, I'll mention this right now. The 2019 box office, the top 10 box office, the top 9 from Aladdin here on out made $1 billion worldwide or more. So yeah, God, sad. At number 8, can you guess what it is, TJ?
No, I can't actually.
It's Toy Story 4, 4th one in a series.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I stopped after the 3rd one because the 3rd one was so.
Wait, which one was the 3rd one? Was that the
Lotso
one
the bear and
was that the one where they try to burn them alive?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
That's the last one I saw.
Yeah, but they almost all die. You're like, this is really sad, guys. Why are we seeing this?
And all the toys get given away at the end or something.
Yeah. It's like, this is how you end the series. And they just tack on 2 or 3 more of these things. It's how it is. It is what it is. At number 7 is another franchise movie. And you know what's sad? This movie placed 7th, TJ.
Okay.
Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh.
The Rise of Skywalker.
That is sad that it's so low.
Yes, the last of that whole saga placed 7th. That's pathetic.
I disagree, but we'll get to
The
that.
numbers prove it, man. Number 7 out of 10. It's Star Wars.
It's still made over $1 billion.
Star Wars, though. You know what did better than Star Wars at number 6?
What?
Joker. And that's Joker, like
a movie that stole from another movie.
Exactly. Let me say the Star Wars, but who cares? At number 5 is Captain Marvel. God, these movies, man.
It was average. That's an average Marvel movie in my opinion, but it's okay.
I have no opinion. I've not seen it yet. At number 4, Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Is that the Mysterio one?
I don't know, man. I didn't watch any of the new ones. I just don't care for Spider-Man as of this recording.
Oh, right. I forgot you have an unnecessary bias against Spider-Man for some reason.
It's just like a third every in this. Like this is at the time the third one going at so Spider-Man. It must be the Mysterio. What's the one before that?
Vulture?
Yeah, but like what's that called? There's Far From Home. There's No Way Home.
Homecoming.
There is.
Homecoming.
So yeah, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. It's the second one. Yeah, Mysterio.
The Spider-Man movies are good. Don't listen to Marcus. He's just got bad taste in movies. Just look at the movie we're covering today.
We'll see. It might be good. And I'm so tired of Spider-Man. I lump him in with Superman and Batman. Like, can we do something else? Can we get another person, please?
I get Superman and Batman. We have covered a lot of Superman and Batman.
Yes, but there's literally 9. Oh no, there's 3, 2, 3. So 8. Right? Plus the animated one of Spider-Man. It's just like, God damn it, guys.
Well,
and like 3 of them are
he's the big name in Marvel.
I know, but like, I don't need to see I want to see Uncle Ben die X amount of times.
He does. Uncle Ben's not even in the new movies.
No?
No.
Thank God.
He's not in them at all.
Good. But see, I stopped watching because I was like, I don't want to see that again. I was risk seeing that shit.
They didn't even do it in Spider-Man Origin.
Good.
In the new movies.
That's right. It's all Tony Stark because they had tied into that. Anyways. Number 3, Frozen. Number 2.
Wait, Frozen 2.
Yeah, Frozen 2.
Never saw it. I like the first one.
You saw the first one?
Yeah, years and years ago, like right after Frozen came out, I watched all the Disney movies with my niece.
Okay, that's cute.
So
that's adorable. I have nothing to say. I can't even rip you on that. It's adorable. Oh man. At number 2, another cash grab. The Lion King. That made 1.6. I started off, Mike will say it again. It made $1.6 billion. Like, you morons. Like, there's like other Lion Kings to go see. How are you gonna like encourage Disney to keep doing that? It's stupid. Like, between that and Aladdin, they both made $2.6 billion total. But can you guess number 1 in 2019, TJ?
Endgame.
Yay, he got it! Avengers Endgame. Woo! With $2.7 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You're quiet. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's the top 10 of 2019. Some honorable mentions, because I'm looking at the list right now. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World at number 14. It's a good movie. I like that series. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw at number 11. Alita Battle Angel at number 21. Godzilla King of the Monsters at number 22.
You might want to cut this part out that I'm about to say next.
Oh, God.
Because, you're wasting all your top 10s for when we have to do 2019, right?
I know, but at the same time, I like the Shazam on here. We're going to do this list 10 times, so I might as well do it now and get out the way.
Oh, I mean, but this is not like going to be, who knows when this will be released.
I know, but like when I do this list again, I'm going to do it one more time when we finally get to 2019, and wherever the first one came out, and then I'm just going to do it that one time. Because there's like literally 4 of the top 10 are superhero movies. I won't do the top 10 every time. I'll probably come down at number 129 and it's Child's Play. Really? There was a Chucky movie that came out.
I guess we're just going to be quiet for this whole section.
So I was looking at the list. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the box office of 2019. I'm so tired. And what else do I have to do for this? Oh yeah, this movie, going back to Peanut Butter Falcon. It was directed, guys, by Tyler Nilson and Michael Schwartz. Written by Tyler Nilson and Michael Schwartz. It's the director of the boot. And you can kind of tell when we get to it, it's like, this movie's kind of lacking in some areas. Movie produced by Albert Berger, Christopher Limole, Lige Sharkey, Leger Sharkey.
Yeah, I think it's Leger.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the accent above the E, so it might be Leger.
That's not my name. David Thies. Ron Yerxa.
Yerxa.
Yeah, that. And Tim
Zajaros.
Yes. Starring Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, John Hawkes, and Zach Gotts again. I like that. That's a good last name. Gotts again. Also starring
Bruce Dern, John Bernthal, Thomas Hayden Church, Yellow Wolf, Jake Roberts, Mick Foley, Wayne DeHart, and
who's
Dylan,
Yellow Wolf? Is that
and Dylan Odom. Yellow Wolf is Rapoli.
He's the artist, a musician, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
American rapper, singer, songwriter.
Yeah, from Alabama. Okay, how'd they get him in this? Weird. But yeah, stars those people. Anything else for this behind the scenes crap? There's no behind the scenes where you're talking about, guys. Started South by Southwest first.
No, apparently it was a retelling of the Huckleberry Finn story, which I read in the production.
It's so on the nose, though.
And it was supposed to be, what's his name in what's his name in the movie?
Zach.
Oh, Zach, okay.
Yeah, Zach plays Zach.
He was supposed to want to be an actor, but they changed it to a wrestler. That's about it. That's about the interesting parts of it.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, no, not really.
That's it. So you guys can go right get into the review of Peanut Butter Falcon. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start the movie. Get your popcorn, get your drinks, and let's watch this and talk about this movie. So we start at an old folks' home, and we meet the titular character, Zach. So Zach is at the old folks' home. He's the only young guy there. He's there because Down syndrome, and his family couldn't afford to put him anywhere else, and the state couldn't afford to put him anywhere. So hey, it's dumping into old folks' home.
No, not what happened at all.
That's not what that's what they said. The exposition just said, "Hey, we can't afford to put him anywhere." That's what the exposition like. Hey, your family couldn't put you anywhere. The state said, "Just put him here."
No, his family abandoned him. Apparently,
it said that he couldn't afford to put him anywhere.
No, they said that he doesn't have any family to do it, and the state had to put him somewhere. Oh. That's a big plot point that he doesn't have a family, which they don't explain what happened.
So I thought, and I put my mind, I guess they just dumped him there because they just don't want to do anything with him.
Well, the state dumped him there, yes, but they I don't know if his parents or family's dead. If they abandoned him, they never tell us.
And I'm pretty sure it says family can't afford him, so state places him here.
They don't know. 2.5 years. They say they don't have a family that can support him.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, they just have a family. He doesn't have a family that can support him.
Yeah, but it's not like the family couldn't support him. He just doesn't have one, whether they abandoned him or...
Yeah, because they couldn't support him, so the state put him there.
They don't tell us if that's what happened. They could be dead for all we know.
Oh, come on, TJ.
My whole point is they don't tell us that, so we have to... The reason why he's there is because the state is in charge of them because we don't know what happened to his family. It has nothing to do with his family, really.
Well, it kind of does, right? I mean, I don't care. You're right, sure. I don't care. It's not to me, it's not a pivotal point to the movie. Like, he's a go looking for his family, so I don't care.
But it should be a pivotal point of the movie.
Not really.
Yeah, the reason why he's sad is because of all of this.
Yeah, but like, he makes a new family. So I'm glad he's making a family along the way instead of trying to find his old family.
Yeah, I have a problem with that, too.
I think I know what the problem is, but I guess we'll get into it later. Excited. I hope you hate this movie. So, Zach is
came into this movie like lukewarm on it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like into this review. But like now that I'm talking about it, I'm getting angry at her the more I'm thinking about
it. Good. That's why I picked this movie, guys, for us to have some entertainment. So, Zach is at this old folks' home. He doesn't want to be there. That's why would he want to be there? He's a young buck. He's 20, like, right? 20 years old. He's like,
24, I think he said.
He's like in the prime of his life. Like, why am I stuck here? This is BS. So guess what, guys? I'm gonna kind of try to keep breaking out, and he does that. He's made friends with the old folks there. They kind of like him, or they do like him, and they want to help him out too. Like, he brings entertainment. They like him. They sympathize for him. Like, you know what, kid, we're gonna help you out. So he makes a devious plan to like have some lady choke with some chocolate pudding, and when everyone's distracted, he's gonna run out. He does that. He runs out. He gets tackled. And now he's like on a no-fly list apparently because he does the second time trying to escape. So they put bars on his window.
He's a flight risk. A no-fly list means you can't fly on a plane. He's not getting on a plane regardless.
Whoa, what's that supposed to mean?
He doesn't have any money.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a jab at Down syndrome people. Like, they're still people.
No, people with Down syndrome can get on planes.
Yeah. So yeah, as Zach is now placed Was it on a flight risk?
He's a flight risk, yes. So
What's that? So the flight, I guess he just runs away. It's flight,
yeah,
I guess.
so he's gonna be locked down in the nursing home essentially. That's why they put bars on his window and
Yeah.
stuff.
And he's just there being powwow buddies with the old man, his friend Charlie or Charles, I think. Doesn't matter. Carl. Doesn't matter his name. He's looking to be here for long. He dies. Doesn't. But yeah, so while that's happening, we cut to Shia LaBeouf.
That's a different movie that I would rather be watching right now.
We're gonna watch it next week, probably. Oh yeah, while Zach is at the old folks' home, we see that he likes to watch this old videotape, and it stars his favorite wrestler, the saltwater redneck.
So, this is my first question.
Yes.
What year does this movie take place in?
What movie does it take place?
What year?
What year does it take place? I would assume 2019, whenever it came out. So let's say 2016 to be generous. 2015 to 16.
Okay, so in 2016, they have a VCR and cassette tapes.
Yeah, I would definitely believe that.
They don't have like regular TV or anything like that.
Well, this kid was from his kid's how old? 20, right?
Yeah.
So he probably had that VHS since he was young. And when he was young, they did exist back then. And he probably kept that with him forever. And
But he's a big wrestling fan, correct?
He's a wrestling fan of saltwater redneck. Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you're a fan of wrestling there, you would think you would still be a fan of wrestling. If you want to go to a wrestling school, you would still be a fan of wrestling. Therefore, he should be watching more recent wrestling.
Sounds like you're gatekeeping, TJ.
I'm just saying.
Not everyone has the same level of access to everything and or the carrot. Like, remember, he's Down syndrome. So maybe he's just, and they hyperfixate on some things, right? So maybe he's hyperfixated on saltwater because saltwater is like a small town wrestler, whatever the case may be.
Sure, he can
damned of what I know.
He could still be his fan, but we work with people, not necessarily Down syndrome, but with slower people.
Yeah.
They do get fixated on things like this.
Yes.
But they also continuously go in further and further into the things that they like.
True.
So they would, this guy would want to know more about wrestling, want to watch more wrestling.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's only watching this one cassette tape from 1996 and not watching any wrestling at all and thinks he's got to go to Aden, North Carolina for a wrestling school that closed 10 years ago, spoiler, is a little unbelievable.
It's very unbelievable. I had the same issue too. I had like you said, you think you would have found more things, like more wrestling things to be into. But at the same time, I think maybe this tape is nostalgic to him. Because but that goes to the line of my family. But
I still find it hard. I still find it hard that the retirement home has a VCR.
No, I don't find that hard at all.
Like maybe a DVD player.
No, I'm not. A VCR is not a far stretch for me because it's a retirement home. Those people are VCRs essentially. Like they're 8-track tapes.
Yeah, but the facility is still, is going to be upkept to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not the finest. And it's down south, which is usually somewhat seen as backwards, anyways. So I'm not.
I get the technology. I get the technology. It should be lesser, and it's it's not this grand place. But technology evolves regardless.
Yes.
Even the most backwater places have more advanced things than a VCR.
I don't know. I would argue against that.
No, I don't think so. Because if it was, we would still be selling VCSs.
They do. You go to a damn thrift store and there's got so many VHSs.
Thrift stores are different.
Yeah, but where do you see thrift stores at? Lower income, down south, like shit like that, in lower income areas. And they're not in a wealthy area.
Just don't buy it. I don't even have a VCR in my house, and I do. I have everything.
I have literally 2 right here. I for all my spare time, I take VCRs and transfer them over to DVDs. So yeah, VCR is obsolete, but people still have them. I have a VCR DVD player right now next to me. 2 of them. They're very popular. Very popular thing still.
Okay. Even if they were popular, that's a niche popularity thing. It wouldn't be in an old folks home.
I would think it would so. TJ. You have consoles, right?
Yes.
With cartridges still, right? Yes.
Actually, I don't think I do.
You collect consoles, don't you?
I mean, I have cartridges, but I don't think I have a system that has a cartridge.
Well, you still have a cartridge, which is pretty much a DVD of video game, or not DVD, VHS like video games, right?
Yes.
Why the do you still have that for?
Because I'm a collector.
Exactly.
These people in the old folks' home aren't collectors. They don't
old.
want to be there.
they don't want to be there, but they're going to have things that are familiar to them and just similar to them. So, like, you having old stuff, like, if I had a Game Boy Color, that's an old school thing.
These people, between 60 and 70 years old, right?
Probably older than that. Probably 80. Yeah, sure. 60, 70. They look older than 60 or 70. So
they're older than fucking VCRs. Yeah. So why would they be nostalgic for VCRs?
I don't know, TJ. I don't see why they want to have one.
Nostalgic for, like, radios and stuff, if by your logic.
Give me that. Oh, God, what were the old radio players back then?
Or record players. How about a record player? You want to go that old?
Yeah, they should have those in here. I'm just saying, I don't see why you're sawing up on a VHS player. Like, that makes total sense to me.
Just because it's my whole problem with this movie is they give us things like this that don't really fit.
That fits a lot to me.
Like, I saw the VHS tape and I was like, that thing probably doesn't even work. How's the tape not all bent in and stuff like that? Like, you know how I used to get caught and, like, eaten by the VCRs?
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the fact that he said we watched this movie 10 times already today. Yeah. We watch this all the time, so it should be way more worn out. And it should have died in the scene. Like, it should probably be motivating him more to go to the place. Anyways, but, like, I still see, I can definitely understand why that exists in this area and time. Like, it's not surprising to me at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It just... Like, the fact that he's focused on this one wrestler, one thing, the fact it's on a VHS, the whole scenario is like, it's like, this is supposed to be like, it's not a fantasy movie, you know what I mean? Sure, fictional story. It's supposed to be taking place almost in, like, modern times about just people. So it's kind of like, I'm a little harsher on the details because it's supposed to be like something that could happen.
Well, I'll give you the fact that him being hyper fixated on the one person, even though he's a big wrestling fan, it seems like I could see that being an issue. And like him, like, you would think he'd be more into backyard wrestling or whatever kind of wrestling stuff there is. Like, he's 24, 22. Like, he should be really into it. So that's just, like, the one person. So, like, I think that's just bad writing of a Down syndrome person.
Right. Like,
in my opinion, it's just like, hey, this is how they are, right,
and
guys?
That's also kind of my problem. He doesn't feel like a Down syndrome person.
Yeah.
Like, he's written like someone who thinks a Down syndrome person should be.
But that probably is a good thing because... It's not, I'm not going to say this is really hard water, I guess. Like, I don't want them to make it like a stereotype, like, hey, this is what they are, right, guys? Like, no. But, like, they're not going too offensive with it, but they're not going too real with it either. They're trying to be, PC, I guess, about it. Like, in a, like, oh, not PC.
You know what this movie felt like? It felt like awards bait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very Oscar bait. Like, hey, guys, we got a child actor and a Down syndrome person going on a slice of life, building character, building emotion kind of thing, guys. Awards, it definitely is that for sure.
That's what it felt like. Sure. It felt like a cynical attempt at winning an award.
But it wasn't cynical enough for me. Like, it was.
Well, no, because I don't think it won many awards.
No, not at all. Thank God. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but yeah, I don't think the VHS is that off the beaten path for me.
Yeah, it won the Narrative Spotlight Audience Award. At the South by Southwest. It won the Nantucket Film Festival Audience Award, Truly Moving Picture Award at the Heartland Film Festival, Audience Choice Award.
I think we talked about this before, but rewarding art is pointless to me. It's art. Like, you can't award art.
I know.
Granted, you're going to try to get all the accolades. Like, okay, fits the spot.
They won a bunch of audience awards, which is just a popularity contest. So
exactly. So, like,
Zach Gottsigan won a Rising Star Award.
Yeah, where's he at? What has he done recently?
He
won it because he
did this movie recently.
Yeah, he won that award because, reasons. But I think, again, a movie review later in this month, TJ, as another, hey guys, Oscar bait, La La Land. That's another one. It's like, hey, let's get awards. So,
at least they were in the running for it.
It doesn't justify his bullshit.
I'm just saying, like, this one felt like specifically designed for that.
Well, and you gotta remember also, this is the directorial debut of these two directors and / writers.
Well, that's apparent. That's apparent too.
Yeah, all the weak stuff in this movie, you could definitely tell, like, oh, first timers. of the big stuff, so it makes sense. Like I'll say it right now, the exposition between the nurse lady Eleanor and Zach is like, hey, you're here because your parents in the state and all that. Such heavy exposition that the characters would already know this. Why should just reiterate this? Oh, because the audience doesn't know this. And later on, we find out that let's go back to the review. Shia LaBeouf, he is going through his issue because his brother died. Because a lot of flashbacks later will reveal this. But I'm saying it now. His brother died because Shia LaBeouf and him were at a bar drinking. Shia LaBeouf drove his brother home. His brother was knocked out, passed out from drinking. I guess Shia LaBeouf had a few beers. Anyways, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, were all those scenes connected? I couldn't fucking tell because everything was so mismatched and pretentious, and like they don't give you any dialogue with anybody. So I don't
there was
know.
no dialogue because you don't need a dialogue for that.
But like, sure, you don't need dialogue for stuff like that. But at the same time, I have no idea who this brother is. If he's a good guy, if he's what
you don't need to know. You need to know that he died.
I didn't even realize he was dead up until a point because they don't really tell me anything.
I think the only reason I knew he was dead is because, well, they allude to it in the beginning. Like when Shia LaBeouf does go through his bullshit of, I'm lost and confused and I'm doing my life and I'm a hard edge and upset and going through all my emotional distraught shit without going to therapy.
It's important that we know that he's kind of the cause of why his brother's dead.
Yes.
And it's not like really clear.
Is it important we need to know he's the cause of it?
Yeah,
I don't think that's important.
Like,
no,
it is because if his brother just died, that would be, he would be sad and stuff like that. Yeah. But because he feels responsible for it, he feels like he needs to take this kid in. You know what I mean?
I don't think he thought he needed to take the kid in. I just thought he sympathy, but not like I need to protect and be the brother here now.
Like you say sympathy, but Shia LaBeouf's character is a fucking asshole.
He is an asshole.
It's like,
well, that's how he was raised. But he's an asshole, and that's how he was raised. But he does he's still family. Treats the person, the guy, with respect and as a person.
Yeah, but no one else does.
Exactly.
So that's another problem too. Everyone else is a stereotype then.
Oh, for sure. Everyone's a stereotype. Oh, I was going to say that too. This movie hires real actors and makes people bad to make Shia LaBeouf look great. Because his character isn't a good character. His character isn't I just like to hang out with
He is a terrible person in this, but everyone around him is so terrible.
Yes.
Oh, look how likable Shia LaBeouf is. And it's
I will totally, they're all so terrible and unlikable. I guess the main character is somewhat probably good now, I guess, because everyone else is shitty. But yeah. So Shia LaBeouf's going through his bullshit of he needs money. He's stealing crabs illegally from some other farmer or from other crabbers. They catch him. They don't like that, so he catches something on fire. Well, no, I'm not get to that part yet. But they're after hey, don't do that. It was money now, a couple thousand, because that's our product and shit like that. So he's still lost. We cut back to Zach's character. He's on lockdown at nighttime with his roommate Carl. Carl helps Zach bend the bars through the windows.
This doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't?
This whole scenario.
What, bending the bars or?
Yeah, the whole bending the bar scene.
Why does it make sense?
Because if they put the bars on his window.
Yes.
Because he's a flight risk.
Yes.
Which means the bars weren't there before. Why didn't he just do this before?
Run away?
Yeah.
Like that before?
Yeah. The windows, they literally showed us them putting the bars on the window. Yeah. It's because he's a flight risk. But he's been trying to do this for a while now.
Well, he tried it twice to flight risk. They say it twice. This is your second time trying to run away. So maybe the first time he tried that, or maybe, which the bar should have been on earlier, or maybe, again, he's Down syndrome. So maybe he thought the more grander, escalating way is more fun, or that's why it was.
They don't imply that. They don't imply that at all.
They don't imply that at all, but they're not going to
You would think if there's no bars on the window, open the window, go out at night. They only put the whole bar scene so they could give the old guy something to do.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's stupid. It makes no sense. If they could always just go out the window, he should have just went out the window.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm glad you hate this movie, TJ.
Why didn't he do this the night before? Why did he make the whole plan for that? Why did that just go out the window in the middle of the night?
Why not do it the first night? Why wait 2.5 years? Why not do it the first night?
Yeah.
Right? Just do it the soon. Oh, I'm here now.
He just decided 2.5 years later that he's just going to start trying to escape now.
Right? He should have been trying this weekly, and they should have been really on him or something. But anyways, yeah.
Is there and he's a flight risk. Why isn't there security outside on the grounds?
Right? Yeah, same thing.
Why is this place not fenced in or something? Why is there no security?
But then again, why is he there though?
They make a big deal about him escaping.
I know.
So it's a big deal enough for him to escape. So you think it'd be a big enough deal for there to be some kind of security to keep him there?
I love you, TJ. So the kid, so Zach goes through this elaborate plan to escape of Lou boom himself up with soap. Bars are bent. See you guys in my underwear now, running away. Deuces. And
I'm not sure. Like, Zach's a big guy. He would have been able to fit through those bars.
I think he would have.
I don't know. Not with soap.
I think so. You'd be surprised how well the body moves up like that. And I think, and also the skin, like, it does give. He's got a lot of give to his face. He's not just solid muscle or some shit.
You're right.
Yeah.
What? That's not true, too. That Shia LaBeouf says you're nothing but muscle later.
Yeah, but look at the guy. He's not. Which Shia LaBeouf's just boosting the guy up.
You know, he says you literally almost pulled my arm out of my socket. The fact that they fallen on those horrible tropes.
Yes.
You know, like I
really
reviewed 1940s Batman comics, and they kill crazy people like left and right, and they say, "Oh, because he's crazy, he's got super strength."
And like, no, that's not. What is that? I don't know.
And it's a big plot point that he has super strength.
It happens at the end. Like, oh my god, he lifted the guy. No, and
by the way, they make that seem like it's an impossible move, but that happens in wrestling all the time.
I know.
People get lifted up over their head all the time.
So Zach, go back to the escape real quick. So Zach escapes and ends up at the docks the next morning, and he hides into a boat. Oops, spoiler, it happens to be Shia LaBeouf's boat, or boat that Shia LaBeouf ends up stealing. But that next day, the nurse, Eleanor, finds out, like, oh, where's Zach at? He's escaped. Let's go find him, guys. Does she call the person first and then go look for she calls her boss. He says, go look for the Zach.
No. The boss wants to see her in the office.
That's what it is. Because how's he know Zach's gone then? If she's the first one to find out Zach's gone.
Well, she probably went in the room, noticed he was gone. She's probably like investigated because she's like, oh, tell somebody that he's gone. We got to report this.
No, I'm looking at the scene right now. Literally, she walks in like, oh, Zach's gone. What the hell? Then the black nurse comes in like, hey, the boss wants to talk to you. How the hell's the boss know?
I'm pretty sure she's like there, and she just walked in. Did they show her walk in?
Yeah, she walked in. Yeah, she walks in, looks at the windows like,
maybe she wasn't the one that discovered it. Maybe she was informed by an orderly or something.
Okay, maybe. But yeah, they don't imply that, so.
Well, they don't tell you anything in this movie.
Yeah, that's weird. It looks like she's the one that discovers it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that someone else discovered it, and they just informed her, and she's going in to find out why.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, sure, why not? So the boss wants to talk to her about Zach. Oh, because she put Zach on the flight risk.
Are we at that scene?
No, I'm just saying it now because they cut back between that and the Shia LaBeouf, so we'll get this part out the way.
Oh yeah, so she's talking to. Well, I got a point to make in that scene if we're talking about that scene.
Which scene?
Her talking to her boss.
Well, all we're talking about right now. So yeah, she talks to the boss. He's like, he's a flight risk. So go get him. And she's like, no, report this because this is a big thing. He's like, no, get him, and then we'll fix the problem. Like that's up.
Why? Yeah, why are we not reporting this?
Yeah. Like, bad flag? Do you guys not want to be, like, known for that? Like, just report the thing properly.
He's not even supposed to be here.
Exactly.
It's like, you need to report this. It's not going to be bad on you. You're not set up for this facility to take care of this kid. And then maybe if you report it, you will spot like that and be like, hey, look, we need some fucking help here. Because you dropped this kid on us. And now we don't have the means to keep him here. So.
Yes. We can't keep him here. He's now missing. We're missing persons. I'm missing special persons now. Help us. Oh, no. I'll just send my nurse to get the kid.
Yeah, I'm going to be stereotypical evil head of place because of reasons. And then I won't be seen for the rest of the movie because I'm not important.
Yeah, let me send one of my understaffed workers probably to do a thing she's not professionally trained to do. Like, yeah, you go find it. Like, no, this is stupid. I hated that. That was the whole plot part right there. Like, this is not how you do this. It's just dumb. But sure, she sends Eleanor out to go get Zach back.
Like, it's an easy thing.
She's driving around the fucking bus. So she's advertising, hey guys, have you seen this missing person that goes to this elderly home? Just do it the proper way. It's just so dumb.
The worst part is it's an easy fix to write in the story. Say, okay, we're going to report this. We're like going to get the cops and stuff involved and stuff like that. And she feels so bad that she cares about him. She goes off on her own to try and find them herself.
Yes.
That's legitimately fine. Yep. You can still have the same story without making everyone seem like an idiot.
Exactly. But they had to go this route I guess they wanted to go this route so they can like make it look like they're too smart to have plot holes, but they made the biggest plot hole in the fucking movie. And like, just do it the proper way. It's dumb. But yeah, that happens. So like, this is eye rolls. But we come back to Shia LaBeouf in the morning, and he's smoking on the pier like, how am I get this money? How am I gonna fix this problem? I know how to fix this problem. Let me take this gas jug and light the crab traps I took, I guess, and set them on
His
fire.
gear, the crab gear.
Yeah. And he sets that crap on fire. And now the rednecks who are angry at him are even more angry. They go chasing him. And there's like a semi-high speed boat chase on this river.
No, it's a medium speed boat chase at best.
Yeah. And so Shia LaBeouf loses the other rednecks in kind of tall grass, but not tall enough to hide the boat. But apparently, for our illusion, they can't see him. But they can see him. They can see him.
So here's my whole problem with the chasing. They're chasing him, right? He's got a shotgun.
Yep.
They have one little pistol.
Yep. Not only does he have a shotgun, they're chasing him in water, which left the rift behind, so they can easily track that. He's got a shotgun. His boat's too big to be hiding like the way they're trying to make it like he's hiding.
Yeah, he's hiding in like the brush.
It's just like, come on. You saying these trained fishermen can't see this big white boat and this medium-sized grass? For sure. Sure. Yeah, right? So while Shia LaBeouf's hiding, Zach's in the back of the boat about to throw up because he's nervous and seasick, probably. You think that'd be a recurring thing in the movie? He'd be seasick from this.
They don't tell us. So.
Yeah, that's another dumb thing. So Shia LaBeouf's like, hey, I'm going to hold a knife to your face, shut the fuck up. And there's a little bit of suspense, and the boat people can't find him, so the boat guys leave. So
Why is there suspense?
Because they're going to get Shia LaBeouf and make him pay his wrongdoings.
Oh, I thought you were talking about him holding a knife to...
No, there's a little suspense there because not the knife thing, but like we got to find him. Okay. So the guys leave Shia LaBeouf with Zach, and I guess is that Shia LaBeouf takes Zach. Like, does he even ask his name yet?
No, they don't even know each other's name at this point.
Yeah, so Shia LaBeouf goes and somehow beaches the boat he's on a sandbar.
In the middle of like an ocean.
Yeah, it's a sandbar, I think.
There's nothing around but like ocean, but they were just like in a lake.
Yeah, well, it probably connects.
I guess.
I don't know. Are they in Mississippi? Where are they at? I should know.
No idea.
No.
It was filmed in Georgia.
Georgia?
It was filmed in Georgia.
So that could be there, yeah.
I mean, I know they end up in North Carolina, so I don't know where they are. I mean, I guess Georgia is south of North Carolina, so possibly.
Sorry, I was looking at my notes.
No, actually, I think North Carolina is south. It's north of Georgia.
Yes, north, because Georgia's under, I believe, Carolina.
Yeah, so I don't know. They're in one of the... I don't know where they are. Maybe they're in Virginia.
They're one of those states. But, so yeah, as the boat beaches, Shia LaBeouf says, hey, let's go for a walk. We're going to walk to the adventure now, guy. And Zach's like, cool. But I can't swim. Can you hold my hand through this water? And that's a recurring thing. Zach doesn't know how to swim, guys. So as they're walking, you get character bonding. Zach's like, hey, it's my birthday. Coming up soon. You're invited to my party. Kind of not yet.
He never says that. He never says my birthday's coming up soon. He always says you're invited to my birthday party. Yes. We have no idea when his birthday is.
No, we know it's at the end when he blows the candle out.
Oh, sure, at the end, but he never tells us when his birthday party is. That's just the biggest compliment he can come up with. Is that you're invited to my birthday party or you're not invited to my birthday party as an insult. Yes. And I think that's offensive to this whole thing.
I liked it because I thought it was kind of cute, but I can see how it could be offensive.
It's such a stereotypical thing. It's like, you're not invited to my birthday party is the meanest thing a Down syndrome kid can come up with.
Listen, yes, you're right. I think in better hands of better writing, directing, if they would have just showed us, like, if his parents would have made him like, hey, you can only say this is like the worst thing you can say or best thing you can say to someone, that would have been better. But if it was
used once, twice, maybe 3 times throughout the movie, I'd be okay with it. Yeah. But it's used 13,000 times.
Well, I was going to say, do you really count 13 times? But yeah, it's used a lot.
No, I was using hyperbole.
I know. So Zach says...
I should have counted, though.
You should have. I was going to count, too.
I didn't think of it at first. No. I didn't think it was going to be used that many times. And I wasn't going back and watching it again.
I thought he would at least say, oh, my birthday is this day. No, he never tells you when his birthday is. Like, hey, my birthday is this week, guys. Like, oh, okay, Zach, that's nice. You're invited because I like you. That doesn't say that. But he does mention on this walk, Saltwater Redneck Wrestling School and birthday party. Maybe that's later on the walk. But yeah, he mentions that along the walk. And Shia LaBeouf's like, sure, whatever. But Shia LaBeouf gets tired of Zach. Hold on, how's his walk go? So that happens. Okay, yeah. So Shia LaBeouf says, hey, Zach, you're still in your underwear. You're weird. You go this way. I'm going to just part ways and go this way. Shia LaBeouf hitchhikes with some guy on an interstate while Zach goes to see some kids about his birthday party who are swimming. So while Zach's doing that, Shia LaBeouf's over the hitchhiking, and he gets word while hitchhiking with this guy. It's like, hey, the guy says, hey, you hear about the docks on fire? Docks are on fire. This fire spread more than expected because it's a fucking fire. No one was there to stop it because they went searching for you. He doesn't know Shia LaBeouf. And now the expenses are like $12,000. They're looking for the guy. There's a manhunt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
There's a roadblock up ahead.
Yes. And Shia LaBeouf's like, oh, stop the car. I got to go back because I forgot something. I'm totally not the guy you're looking for. Just stop here. After that news,
the guy driving the truck isn't searching for him.
I know, but still, like you think, like, hey, you're the guy. Apparently, let me go get $12,000 worth of damage to some place. Although Shia LaBeouf does have a gun, so I don't know. Maybe like, yeah,
why would he care?
I don't know. I mean, he does. White people care about shit like that.
So maybe this is just a cultural thing. No one cares that he's just carrying a shotgun around.
It's definitely a cultural thing. I love it. I love it. So it's so lovely. I love it, TJ. He literally just walks around with a shotgun.
Like a shotgun around his shoulder.
Maybe it's an open carry state.
I mean,
I don't know how that shit works. I don't know about guns.
That's I don't even know what state we're in, so I couldn't even look it up if I wanted to.
So someone's gonna try to lecture us and are like, that's kind. This is this kind of gun and this kind of state, and it's legal or illegal. I don't care enough. But yeah, it's just different from where we're at. So Shia LaBeouf hikes himself back to where he left Zach, and he sees Zach with the kids, and the kids trying to bully Zach into jumping into the water. And Shia LaBeouf's
like the bully is calling him over and over again.
Yes,
and we don't usually use that word on this podcast, but
no, I'll bleep it out.
But this character is using it over. The movie uses it a lot. And
for people you don't expect it from too, like why they call him that?
Yeah, and then this, like, the orderly at the old folks' home used it on him. He said, time for bed. And
like, I know they're not all good people, but like, why are you saying that?
And so this little kid, like 10, is like pushing him, saying, jump in over and over again. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. And then Shia LaBeouf shows up and says, you can't swim. And he's like, and the kid's like, I don't care. He's going to jump.
Yeah,
he's like, a 10-year-old kid.
Yes. This is like such 80s bully writing. Like, you're making
Zach could just push him over.
Exactly, because Zach is bigger than this kid.
Right. It's like, this makes no sense. Like, no. And then the kid pushes Zach into the water, and then Shia LaBeouf comes up and punches the 10-year-old kid.
Best scene in the movie.
He deserved it, but he shouldn't have been written like that in the first place.
No, but you gotta have some antagonists in the movie. Or it's a boring movie. So it's Shia LaBeouf.
But we get a scene later. Where the guys that got their stuff burnt are still chasing Shia LaBeouf. They come across the kids, and the kids don't say nothing.
Exactly. You think they were snitched.
Yeah, you would think they're like, but no, apparently they're not that bad of people.
Yeah, you see this black eye guy, some asshole just punched me for the kid. Yeah, he went that way. That would been great, but no. Like, what? So are we supposed to like these kids now? They're just trying to drown Zach? Like, pick a lane, movie. Pick a lane. But yeah. So Shia LaBeouf saves Zach. He gives Zach a shirt, but no pants and boots yet. He's got to do that piece by piece for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a shirt for now, guys. So dumb. I hate it. So they go on. Like I said, there's a manhunt going on for Shia LaBeouf. Not manhunt. The two guys from earlier are hunting him down. They follow him through. They follow him the whole time. Yeah, I think at a certain point there was like this car losses.
Two points about this.
Yeah.
One, they mention that they are hard up for money. Shia LaBeouf's not the only one struggling.
Yes.
So they took the time to waste a week chasing him down when they need to be out there doing their job every single day.
Yes. You think they would just cut the losses? Like, we just work harder now.
Two, these are just basic fishermen. For basic fishermen, they are amazing freaking trackers.
Yes, they are.
Like, they keep finding him over and over again. And they got people everywhere.
Well, even Eleanor, like, they're like, for some reason, like, just bad writing, all three of them were on their tracks. Like, they just visit this place. They leave. And the people who are chasing them were like, hey, did you guys see these people? It's like it's a small world or something.
Yeah, it's very, like, there's only like 6 places in the world that could be and only 3 people in it.
Yes. Like, what kind of NPCs are you have running here, guys? Okay, so now they're walking again, Zach and Shia LaBeouf, and there's character building. Shia LaBeouf's like, hey, I don't like you right now, but I won't like you later. I'm the boss. The rules are I'm the boss. Don't slow me down, etc., etc. I'm gonna stop at this candy or not, this convenience store and pick up some supplies. 'Cause I'm hungry. He goes in. I ain't got no money. Can I barter?
I thought
with
he was
you?
gonna rob the place.
Yeah, did you?
I thought he was gonna rob the place.
I did not get that at all from the character.
No,
From
well,
that.
I mean, he brought the shotgun in with him, and he says we need essentials, and then he started putting things up on the counter.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's the logical choice.
I guess, but I was like, he just seems so used to having a gun with him.
Well, yeah, I
understood.
I was just surprised that he didn't do it.
Oh, okay. I'm glad he didn't do it because I would probably have hated it. Like, of course you go steal from here. But yeah, he goes there. He's like, I got no money. What do I need? What can I afford with $3? And they just, cut down to X amount of dollars. And while he's doing that, the store, convenience store owner, gives Shia LaBeouf a jug of...
He buys peanut butter. It's important.
Yeah, he buys peanut butter. You're right. That's
like the most important. It's the most important plot point in the fucking movie.
Yeah, it's the title, guys. Yeah, and a guy gives Shia LaBeouf homemade moonshine. It's like, oh, it's a really good moonshine. And while this whole interaction is going on, guess who walks in this small world? It's Eleanor, the nurse from earlier. And she said, hey, have you seen this kid? Oh, she's been doing that the whole movie. She's like, hey, have you seen this person? Have you seen this person? Have you seen this person? Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's the South. Why doesn't the store have a cash register?
Because it's the South. And this is how awkward and backwards they are, TJ.
The teller's literally writing everything down on a piece of paper.
Because it's the South. That's it. That's what it is.
Like, even if it's one of those old-timey cash registers.
Yes.
It's like, I know this is a stupid point to, like... It just feels like they're trying to show you just how backwards everything is.
I have a mom and pop store right next to me, like literally like a 5-minute walk from where I'm at. And they're very backwards like this. But they even have those that iPad Slipey bullshit thing now. So like you think he would have that.
Right, like
something.
What happens if someone comes in your store with a credit card?
Cash only, buddy.
Apparently, and it didn't
Confederate
look like,
cash only too at that.
But did we see the outside? We saw the outside of the store, right?
Yeah.
It looked like a regular store, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. It just felt like this was weird. This movie
would have been better if it was set in the 80s or 90s or something. As much as I hate retro shit, I would have watched the movie then. But as much as I hate retro, like, hey guys, 70s, 80s, isn't it weird? This movie would have been better set that way so it could excuse most of the shit they're trying to get away with. Yeah, it would excuse the being called the R word. It would excuse the technology weirdnesses and shit like that. And then her tracking them down like, hey, it's the 80s. What we do back then. Then I think it would have been better or more acceptable plot-wise. But yeah, so she pops on in and she's like, have you seen these people? And Shia LaBeouf's like, no, but if I did, what would the reward be?
He's very creepy here.
He's I don't think he's creepy. He's just so charming.
He's aggressively creepy here.
I don't think it's aggressive. I just think he's just being open. He's being blunt. He's got that southern charm, and I'm gonna flirt with you.
I didn't find him charming at all here. I was like, you're a dick.
I did. I was like, Shia LaBeouf, you're doing good acting right now. I like this.
And this is my whole problem with this is I didn't buy the romance for a fucking second. No way she finds this guy interesting.
Yes. She should never find him interesting. The fact that they end up together at the end, kind of, like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no.
I just like him hitting on her. I think she should shut him down more. Like, it's never going to happen. I think that should have been the whole dynamic between the two. He should have been like, I'm going to keep trying this. And she should have been like, it's never going to happen.
I found him awkward in this scene, and I found it, like, almost a little too aggressive. Like,
nah, not at all. I thought this had more than tame than anything. Like, this is pretty tame for a southern folk like this guy, for this character who he is. So like, I accept this.
I watched the movie last night, so it's not fresh in my head. So I probably need to rewatch the scene, which I'm not going to. But I remember not liking it.
That's fine. I can see why people won't like that. But I feel like, yeah, I've seen guys do this in a worse manner. So I've seen him do this. Like, it's not bad. Like, you're pretty. Where are you from? Oh, you got that educated type. You going to school? You went to this? You graduated from here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That. He seemed to like pressing her for information and stuff, and like
he's hitting on her. He's just trying to learn her. She hasn't been hit on her. That's what you do. Like, hey, where are you from?
I don't know.
You do. Blah blah blah. He's did it in a southern backwards way.
Whatever. Move on.
Obviously, I enjoyed this movie. What can I say? So yeah, after all that,
this was supposed to be the movie, everybody, that Marcus says Shia LaBeouf's a good actor.
I was saying, yeah, this should be the movie that hopefully wins TJ over to Shia LaBeouf. Apparently, it's not. I guess
it's a terrible actor.
He's not a bad actor. He's not a bad actor.
He's a terrible actor.
He made some bad. He's only bad choices.
He's only decent in this movie because everyone else is so bad.
That too. His character is good because everyone else is so.
That's like
shitty.
That's the only reason why his acting even stands out in this. You're the best actor by default.
Yeah. Well, I guess everyone's so unlikable. I guess we gotta give it to this guy. But yeah, so after that happened, the flirting and all that shit.
Dakota Johnson does not do a bad job of what she's given.
The main characters did not do bad.
Although she's just a stereotype love interest in this. So
yes, they don't give her much to work with. So Shia LaBeouf goes back to Zach. He's like, "Hey, Zach, I like you now because you're an outlaw because you're on the run."
Yeah, this makes no sense. All of a sudden, we're just best friends now.
Yeah, let's make a secret handshake, and I like you now
because you're an outlaw. And then the montages that come up next are so forced, and so it's like there's no way this guy is this close to this guy. Just like this. The relationship did not build. It went from one extreme to the next. And like
I beg to differ. We'll get to it when we get to it, but I think it kind of did progress semi-naturally. This was the biggest jump from I don't like it to you're an outlaw, cool, I respect you. That was a big jump. But anything after that, I think was okay, it's kind of proper.
No, because at this point he's already decided that this is the guy that I'm sticking with.
Who's Zach or
Shia LaBeouf. It's like this is my guy now. I'm going to make an effort now.
I'm going to make an effort, but I like you because you don't seem like a. I guess he at first did what everyone else does. He's like, oh, you're a down syndrome person. I'm not going to take you serious or whatever. But now that he learned that, oh, you're doing something rebellious and bad, I respect you and like you now. You're not what I thought. So he did the thing that he hated everyone else was doing to him, and now he's like, okay, I like you. I want to make you an equal to me. And we're going to bond now.
And I think it's a little messed up that he's replacing his brother with a Down syndrome kid.
No, but he didn't choose this guy.
He definitely chose this guy. Just because found him, he could have just abandoned him at any point. That's the whole point of the movie. They actually say it at some point. Friends are the family you choose.
Yeah, but I don't think he chose. Like, oh, you're so come on in. No, it's like, oh, you're my boat. You're not following me around like a fucking lost puppy.
That's just how friends work. You don't go out of your way to say, hey, you're my friend now. Friends kind of just develop.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This kind of developed. I don't think he chose it. It just developed.
Yeah.
What?
Never mind. I'm not. I don't. We're already an hour in, and I hate this movie. Just move on. I'm done.
You're crazy. So Shia LaBeouf gives Zach his pants and shoes now. They're friends. Secret handshake. Yeah, why not give them to them all at once at the beginning? It's dumb. I hated that. So we're friends now. Let's go on a walk. Hey, there's a river. Let's cross it. I don't know how to swim. I know you know how to swim. I'm going to tie you up, and I'm going to float you, and I'm going to swim for you.
This is the big action scene of the movie.
Yes. They're swimming. Shia LaBeouf's pulling along Zach in the river. And oh no, there's a big shrimp boat coming along. It's Forrest Gump. It's going to crash into the guys. No, what's going to happen? Oh, tension. Then they made it. They're alive. Because it happens 40 minutes into the movie. We can't let them die yet.
I was supposed to say, they're the main characters. We really expected them to get killed here?
That'd been great if that would have happened.
But it didn't. Of course not. We still got 40 minutes to go.
But it looked like it was going to happen, though. The angles they chose, it was shot really well, TJ. You got to admit that.
Was it?
I think it was shot where you're like, damn, they did some good angles. I like this. That's just me. But yeah, now this is where we find out Zach has strong strength. Yeah. Guys, Shia LaBeouf is now exhausted and pulling out through the water. Zach's like, come on, bro, you're slowing me down. Pulls Shia up. We're like, whoa, he's strong. And they go walking again into the night sequence. And at nighttime, this is where we learn that Zach doesn't have family. First, Shia LaBeouf tries to teach Zach how to swim, which kind of does. And then there's a night bonding scene where Zach is down on himself. He wants to be the bad guy because everyone says he's the R word, and he doesn't like that. And
he needs to be the bad guy in wrestling because he has Down syndrome.
And Shia LaBeouf gives a good speech like, no. Your people said that they're assholes. You're a good person because you have a good heart, etc., etc. You're good. It's a good speech. Listen to it. Go watch it.
I mean,
give credit where credit's due.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not a good speech.
Why not?
It's the same old speech that's always given when there's any disability in any freaking movie.
Yeah,
it's the same old speech. It feels like it almost feels like insulting that this kid is like, I'm the bad guy because I have Down syndrome, and I feel like that. But the fact that even the writers put that in the movie is like, it's bad in my opinion. You know, his disability shouldn't have anything to do with it. You know, he should be the bad guy. Like, it would have been much better if it was just left at, my family abandoned me, so I must be bad. But why does his affliction have anything to do with it?
Because you can't avoid. That's the thing about writing characters you're not of. Because they can't. It's like writing a gay character or a person of color that you're not, or writing a female. Well, we got to mention that they're this thing. You don't have to. They're still a person. They're not that thing. They're still a person.
But it feels like this scene is just here so Shia LaBeouf can give his Oscar speech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the big Oscar speech moment. You know, you're not, there's nothing wrong with you kind of thing. And it's
not only is the big Oscar speech, it's the big Oscar speech followed by the flashback that showed that he killed his brother.
Yeah.
So now there's sympathy for this character even more so. This is the Oscar moment for Shia LaBeouf's character.
Exactly. And so I would argue that it's not good. It's just stereotypical.
Yes, it's a good, but it's like, it's delivered and received in a good way. Like, it wasn't performed bad. It wasn't performed bad. It was well done.
It's well acted and it's well done. Yes. The dialogue is good.
That's what I'm saying. It's good.
You have to take the context of the situation into the account too now.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is this even necessary at this point?
I still think it is. I genuinely like that scene, the speech. I like everything that led up. I like this movie. I liked it.
No, this is just another, like I said, they said at the beginning, this is a Huckleberry Finn. This might as well be like Stand By Me or any other of these movies that, you know, people are traveling across.
They're not reinventing the world.
There's nothing special about this movie.
No, there really isn't anything special about this, but there's nothing bad about it either to me. Like, to the point,
it's boring.
I don't think it is.
It gets boring a lot of the time. It's just like spinning its wheels. It's boring
if you go in and he's like, this is what the movie is. But I found charm in this. I enjoyed it. There were some parts I
did not find charm in it. I don't think the actors were that good.
I think they were okay. I think they were okay.
Okay is not good.
I think Shia LaBeouf was good. I think everyone else was like, okay, they're not bad.
I didn't say anyone was bad. I think this is an average movie at best.
I think it's a slightly above average. There are some things that do need to be changed or whatever, for sure, but I think overall it's not that bad. I would definitely watch this again. I don't know, but we'll get to that then when I do my review. I mean, anything. So yeah, Shia LaBeouf, drunk driving, killed his brother. Flashback, montage sequence.
Why do I care? Why do I care about his brother's death? Why is Shia LaBeouf like?
Because it shows you why he's a damaged person. This shows you that this is why he is who he is now.
Not really.
He is. He stole. He set things on fire. And he ran.
He attacked these guys who are kind of dicks in the first place to him.
Yep, bad writing. All bad characters.
So it's like, why do I care? I mean, those people deserved it. So you didn't show me anything to show me why I should care about his emotional problems because I don't know anything.
I agree with that. I adamantly agree with that. This is where they should have. This is one of the movies we will review that they should have gave us more. They should have showed us. They should have told us more. They showed us more movies. They should have showed us more.
They should have gave the script to someone who knew how to write a script.
It feels like a passion project. We made a good movie, guys, and like we're gonna make it ourselves. Like, no, it just needs to be a little bit tweaked. So after Shia LaBeouf teaches Zach how to shoot, he teaches him how to swim and all the other stuff. They go find.
Yeah, because that's smart. She teaches a specially challenged person how to shoot a gun.
Why is that bad?
Why is that bad? Do I really need to explain why that's bad?
I think it's better for them to know how to shoot and handle a gun properly than to not know it at all. Because when an incident happens later on, when it happens, at least he's somewhat prepared to shoot a f***ing gun.
I get the story angle reasons for it, but this kid needs to be taken care of in an old folks' home. He's not capable of taking care of himself.
No. The state dumped him into the old folks' home because they didn't know what to do with him because
he can't take care of himself.
Yeah, because no one lets him take care of himself, which is a plot later on. It's like because Shia LaBeouf says, "I want to teach."
He cannot take care of himself. He's being taken care of by Shia LaBeouf the rest of the goddamn movie.
Because Shia LaBeouf's trying to make something equal. Like, hey, you've been coddled for 22,
just because he treats
all your life. I'm going to try to make you non-coddleable.
He's not been coddled all his life. He's been thrown in an old folks home. So
for 2.5 years. So for the first 20 years, he might have been fucking coddled.
We don't know what his life was.
We don't.
We don't know. You can't even make that assumption.
No, we can't.
And just because Shia LaBeouf is treating him like an equal doesn't mean he's not taking care of him. He got him food. He clothed him. He's helping him get to where he wants to go. He's helping him doing all the hard things for him, like talking to the people and figuring out where it needs to go. He's built like the vehicle they need to get to where they need to go. Without Shia LaBeouf, Zach would still be in that boat back at the dock.
Nope. Just because Shia LaBeouf is showing Zach these new life experiences he would never have had if he didn't run away on himself. So Zach had to run away, become a newborn person. That's why he was in his underwear. And Shia LaBeouf's like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to get clothes. Here's clothes. I'm going to teach you how to swim. I'm going to teach you how to fish. I'm going to teach you how to shoot. I'm going to teach you how to build shit. Because apparently no one else is going to teach you this shit because people are coddling you. So it may look like I'm coddling you right now, but I'm trying to help you learn these basic life lessons. Because that's what everyone learns stuff in life. You got to learn from someone else. So I'm going to teach you this shit now. And so later on, when you become your own person, you remember like, oh yeah, I know how to do these things. Because someone treated me like a person and taught me how to do these things instead of like feeling always sorry for me. I was incapable of doing things because I was never being given a chance. Now he's
we're not even 100%. He can retain this information.
We don't know that because if it's bad, we don't know how the story operates.
Exactly.
I know.
But the movie is trying to show us that Zach's becoming his own person, but he can't do anything without someone else doing it for him.
Because Zach needs help learning this shit. Everyone needs help learning something, and Zach needs more so because he's special. True.
You can learn stuff yourself, but that's a whole argument.
Trial and error, yeah, for sure. But okay, I'm with someone who knows the thing. Show me how you do the thing.
My whole point is you think that Zach wouldn't just follow Shia LaBeouf? He was just going to go off on his own and live on his own? He's going to manage that?
No, I don't think most people could, though. Not even just Zach, but I don't think most people could.
Like, in this situation, Zach needs somebody to take care of him.
Yes.
And that's my point. He doesn't do anything himself.
Because no one helped him become a person to be like a capable, hey, this is how you do taxes. This is how you file for shit. This is how you do life adulting things. No, you're special. Go to this old person's home and sucks. Hope you die here, buddy. That's what they did to him. They didn't treat you like, hey, this is how you go to school. Go to school to become a thing. Oh, you want to be a wrestler? Hey, even though I think that's dumb, but here, do wrestling shit. Take this path. No one helped him with that. Like, just sit here with Carl and old people and veg out. Maybe become an intern here.
Change the fact that Shia LaBeouf took care of him the rest of the movie. We never see him in this movie take care of himself.
We see him lift a grown-ass man at the end. We see him get a cupcake out of nowhere, too. I don't know, TJ.
Yeah, maybe the fucking nurse gave him the cupcake.
Maybe he made his own.
Maybe his new mom gave him a cupcake.
I don't know, TJ.
Let's get to it. Shia LaBeouf is his new dad.
Yeah. His big brother / dad kind of thing.
Who's taking care of him?
Yes, but he's trying to. But as a dad, as a mother, you're trying to take your child who doesn't know how to take care of themselves to make them take care of themselves. Hey, this is how you do these things. This is how much.
That doesn't mean they're not being taken care of.
But they're trying to make him so he can become self-sufficient.
But there's no guarantee that he will be.
Well, there isn't that there. He won't be either. Like, you're just making assumptions because he's special.
No, my point was, in this movie, he still needs to be taken care of.
Yes, but I'm saying Shia LaBeouf may be taking care of him, but he's doing it in such a way that he's making him learn how to do it himself.
The movie ends so abruptly that we don't even know what
I know, so you can't complain because it could go either route.
I can complain because they didn't follow through with the plot thread, so we don't know what became of him. So for all we know, he didn't learn anything.
It's open. He could be the president. He is open for a interpretation, TJ. That's the fun part about these kind of movies, TJ.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's the fun part. It's just
I hate open-ended movies. It's stupid. If you're gonna write a fucking story, write an ending.
They solved all the major plots.
No, they did not. There's not. We don't know.
He met the wrestler. Shia LaBeouf got his face kicked in, but somehow lived for some reason. And now they're going to do something that we don't know about.
Exactly. We don't know nothing.
They are riding off into the sunset like so many fairy tales do. They're going to ride off into the sunset happily ever after.
Maybe
that's what happens to every story.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they did tie up the.
They literally tied up all the things they put in front of us.
They put
whether it's satisfactory or not. They gave us here's problem A, B, C, and D. We're gonna fix A, B, C, and D. Now they're going into sunset to Florida. and that's their sunset. That's their fairy tale.
Maybe
ending.
they did top all those stars because there's no fucking plot to this movie. Apparently,
Apparently there isn't. I know there isn't, but they gave us problems. They gave us solutions.
That's not better. That's not better. It's just here's a travel movie that just ends out of nowhere.
How would you want this movie to end, TJ?
I didn't want to watch this movie. I wanted Shia LaBeouf to be dead.
So did I. I think that was a cop out.
I did, so do I. He should have been dead, and she should have been like taking him back to the fucking orphanage or whatever.
No, because I think that would have been like, why did we watch that movie then? To me, if they take him back, like it's like all a dream, like then why did I watch that? Unless he's going to teach people how to do shit and make Shia LaBeouf live on in memory, then sure, why not? But I think Shia LaBeouf should have for sure died.
But if she doesn't take him back, which she doesn't, she's breaking the law. She kidnapped that kid.
Oh, they're all criminals now. They're all like
they're living on the run. That's not better for the kid.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. There's no like suitable ending for this movie besides him going back and being like, well, this is the guy who showed me how to do. He's like a fish and do shit now. Yeah. This is my life, I guess. But like that's not fun.
No, take him back. Maybe, take him back. Have the girl file some paperwork and say, I'll take custody of him if you wanted to have it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I can't do it. I can't send him back to this place. I'll take custody of him. He's going to live with me. I'll take care of him. Yes. You want to do it that way? That's a better ending.
Yes. Here's a puppy. He's named Tommy.
Not her being a vigilante and taking him to fucking Florida for no reason.
Oh man, I love you, TJ. Because I had the same problems. Like all the just like legal shit in this movie. Like that's like this is what happened. Like there could be like the second they put their names out into the ether, like, oh, you're those guys. You stole this guy. Yeah, you guys getting arrested. Like this. Yeah, that's all. Like,
and then he ends back up in the old folks' home anyway. Or in this case, I guess they were going to send him to a rehab center. Or something.
You're in a rehab center. You two are arrested. You guys are going to prison for life now. So yeah. I agree. This movie does have its flaws, and I'm not blind to them at all. But anyway.
This movie's terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
It's terribly written.
It's terribly written, and yes, I'll give you that. I will 110% give you that. But I think
I got news for you. That's the most important thing to me.
So anyways.
I am not a movie guy. I don't care how the movie's shot. I don't care how it looks. I don't care. I mean, the acting's important to a certain degree, but when it's cartoonish like this, it's like, whatever.
It's very cartoonish. This is very, very cartoonishly stupid. Because the scene we're going to be up to now is really important and so stupid. So they get to a junkyard, they're about to steal a boat, and they get shot at by a blind guy. Blind guy's like, hey, are you white? And they're like, yeah, sure. Are you into Jesus?
Is this a Blues Brothers skit right here?
It feels like a blues. It feels like a bad SNL, Blues Brothers, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Like this is like, come on, guys.
It's like, is this a Blues Brothers movie? Now we just come across this quirky character all of a sudden, and like if this is the movie we're gonna get, we should have been doing this from the start. All of a sudden, we just have this character out of nowhere who's comically into Jesus.
Yeah, I'm black and I'm into Jesus. I'm gonna save you guys now. I'll baptize you because this movie wants that. Like, why are we doing this?
We should watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I know this movie made me want to watch that movie instead. And I love Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Like, I would much rather watch that movie than watch this movie.
Yeah, really.
Like this movie's like a watered down, bad version of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Like I enjoy this movie because I like the southern twang and shit like that. I like the story I'm following. But Oh Brother is like leagues better than this crap movie. So, anyways, they get baptized for some reason. They end up building their own boat. And
that's a good point. That's a good point you just made there.
What?
If this movie was set in California, it wouldn't work here at all.
No, this movie cannot be set anywhere else. At any time period. This should be set in like this should have been pre-internet, pre-cell phones, and it only be down set here. It cannot work anywhere else. This movie.
It's so bad.
It is, isn't it? It can work in like other low income areas of the world, like fucking somewhere deep down in India or some shit like that. Sure, why not? It cannot work anywhere. It's just some classes and shit, but I don't care. And it can't work anywhere, quote unquote, overpopulated and civilized, I guess. I don't know how you want to phrase that.
Whatever.
Yeah. So they go on their boat, and for some reason, Shia LaBeouf has this little cry moment because he's got to cry because Jesus.
Did you mention that they had to build their boat after they got baptized by the black guy?
Yeah, the baptized built it.
By the stereotypical, God. What's the trope?
Are you God-fearing?
No, the magic black man.
Oh, magical, mystical.
Yeah, that trope.
Yeah.
He just happened to have a junkyard that allows them to do it. Why he doesn't let them take the boat he's not using, and I don't know.
I think they should have said either A, that belongs to my family, so like I keep it, or B, you just shot a hole into it, so we can't use it now.
Oh,
Something along those lines.
No, I get it. I understand.
Why?
Because they were trying to steal the boat. And if they doesn't take the boat, it's a sin. The whole God thing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah. So he could use anything but the boat because they were trying to take the boat, so therefore...
Yes. You gotta earn it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So that happens. They build the boat. They go on their path. And Dakota Johnson just ends up there too, because out of all the house she ends up there. Is she going house to house? Because she should not be this close to them at all. Because there's so many houses to go to house too.
It seems like she's going house to house, but
there's no way she's doing it this quickly then, because it's impossible.
But to be fair, they're on a raft and walking. She's in a car.
House to house though.
I know, I understand. And
house to house.
I agree with you, but it's taken them days to get anywhere, and she's
true.
Got a car, so it's like, how many houses are in this area? Because we only see like 3 every once in a while.
Yeah, but they're all spaced apart too, because that's how it usually is. And I know most of them are like, get off our property. Like, I still got to talk to you about something. Well, like, I don't know.
I know it's very rural, so there might not be many houses.
Maybe not.
So
I don't know. It just seems really like this feels unbelievable.
That didn't really bother me as much as
But the VHS tape did. Okay.
But no, because it's like, I get the area and stuff like that, and it wasn't as, stupid as the magic with, that whole stupid trope that whole pointless scene.
Yeah. Now, that scene was very.
You didn't even need that scene. There was no point. You could have just had them come across a bunch of junk and build the stupid raft. You didn't need that scene at all.
Because they not once mentioned ever again, hey, we're religious now. Not once has that come up ever again. It's pointless.
He is pointless. He's exactly pointless.
So pointless, that sequence. Like, why
he's
did we
only
just do
there
that?
he's only there to show that the girl's on their trail.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep. He even sits her down in his house and we don't see what happens in there. So maybe she's like, has a change of heart. We don't see anything. But sure, whatever. The next night happens. Shia LaBeouf and Zach to the fire, and they're having a bonding. And Shia LaBeouf's like, hey, what's your wrestling name going to be? Zach's like, I don't know, Falcon. So if Shia LaBeouf could get some stuff for Zach to wear, make him a costume. Zach's eating peanut butter and it's all happening. You get it, guys? So now he's getting a Falcon outfit. He's got peanut butter on his face. He's the Peanut Butter Falcon.
So I have a quick question. What? Did they eat nothing but peanut butter for a week?
I don't know. I thought that, like, okay, it's like, where are they, like, what's the logistics to this? Like, are we fast traveling? Like, what's going on? Eating, bathroom, or the shower? Like, what's going on? I thought the same thing. Because we do see him catch fish later, and he's got a gun, so maybe they're hunting?
Maybe.
I don't know. He's got a buckshot.
Any of that.
No, we can allude to it, I guess. But yeah, not once they look malnourished or dirty. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, Peanut Butter Falcon is birthed, because that's the name of his wrestler's name. Get it, guys? Credits. And they go to sleep. Next day, she comes...
well, no, they get drunk.
They get drunk and pass out, because that moonshine is good. And then next day, Shia LaBeouf's peeing, and Eleanor comes by and like, hey, I found you. You didn't know where he was. You're getting arrested because you just stole someone. You aided and abetted, or whatever the term's going to be to arrest you, because you can arrest them. But apparently not. They have a conversation. Zach takes the keys she left behind from the bus, and he throws them into the river, and now she's got to go on an adventure with them, guys. That's how that works.
You have a cell phone. Why? Why does she have to go? Why? Why does she go?
She gets on the thing first, and then tries a cell phone. Like, no. You call the cops now on the shore.
Yeah, you call them now.
Yes.
Like, hey, I'm with this guy. He threw my keys in and this other guy kidnapped him. I need some help.
Yes.
Come get me.
Yes, the guy I'm searching down. I work for an old person home. Call your boss. Call someone.
Yeah, like, no. Yes. She doesn't call anyway. She just goes with him because all of a sudden she's infatuated with Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Because again, I wouldn't have minded this if at the blind person's house he would have like had her have a coming of realization for some fucking thing, whatever. But no, this is like out of nowhere.
And honestly, the only reason she's even interested in him is because he treats Zach nice.
Exactly.
There's nothing else.
Nope.
There's no spark or anything. They're not even like there is no chemistry between the two of them.
Nope. It's bizarre, isn't it? But anyway, so they go on their boating trip, and she starts to baby Zach. And Shia LaBeouf don't like this. So Shia LaBeouf says, "Hey Zach, put your hand on the water, hold your breath, and see how good your endurance is right now." While Zach's doing that, Shia LaBeouf lectures her. about not being treating him like an unequal. She goes back at him like, "Hey, you don't know who I am." Blah blah blah. They have their back and forth character development. So when
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just them stating what their characters are, because we haven't
Yes.
really met this character at all, other than her talking to people. So we didn't know nothing about her.
And we still barely meet her. Like, she just says, "I worked at a nursing home. I've watched people die." That's my story.
This
Like,
is the scene was very much, here's my resume, here's your resume.
Yep, exactly. And Zach comes up with a fish. Like, I caught a fish, and cool. They eat a fish. And then they end up bonding, and they get to a buoy, and they swing off a buoy thing. A crane, what do you want to call it?
A crane in the middle of the water.
Yeah, probably oil crane or something. I don't know. Who knows?
It didn't look like an oil, rig. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know why that was there. It was weird.
But they're having fun. Then they cut to... What else did they do?
All of a sudden, she's like...
Yeah.
She's just one of them now.
It makes no sense. It's like, you're chasing them for days.
And now we're on this adventure together to go to the wrestling thing.
Yeah, it's like weird.
So contrived.
Yeah. And then during that night, they get somewhere to some building they're gonna get into, I guess. They shack up in. And they wake up to their raft on fire. Oh no, how'd that happen? Because the other guys who were chasing them found them too somehow. The rest is on fire. And there's the guys who are chasing Shia LaBeouf hold him at gunpoint, and Zach comes out with his own shotgun, like, "Hey guys, I got buckshot. Put the gun down." And those guys run away. And now that Shia LaBeouf,
after they say, you're not the only one who's struggling.
Yes.
Now we're supposed to have sympathy for these guys.
Yes, like, you did all this because you did all this.
Literally, you should be making money back home without this guy on stealing your crabs anymore.
Unless there was like a reward for getting Shia LaBeouf, like, oh, here's a $12,000 reward. Great, get him then. Why are you doing all this?
Because he's got to be an example of our other people are going to steal their crabs. What?
Exactly. Like, who is he doing this for? This is stupid. Pride?
What kind of town do you live in that there's crab wars happening?
And you see the guy's running away, so he's not a problem anymore. Let him fucking go. He's literally like a state over. Who cares anymore? He's not coming back. Like, this is so stupid. Anyways, that happens. So the next day, what happens the next day? Oh, they finally get to Saltwater Taffy's place.
Saltwater Redneck.
And, what? He's not there? He's not the Saltwater Redneck anymore because it was the 10-year-old tape, and of course the place doesn't work anymore because it's not a wrestling camp anymore. So Shia LaBeouf's like, "Hey man, you're gonna break this guy's heart. Can you talk to him?" etc. They talk, but I guess Zach doesn't understand that's not saltwater, even though it looks just like saltwater.
He doesn't have his makeup on because, he's slow, remember?
Yeah, that's how that works. Bullshit. They're not dumb. They're not dumb people, right? Like, is this just me?
No, I thought the same thing. It's like, he doesn't recognize that's...
Right? Like...
No, this is just Clint. Clint is...
He should be like, "No, you're salt. Like, where's the camp at? I'm here."
The redneck is not... He doesn't live here anymore. This is just Clint, and we can't trouble him with our problems, so let's leave.
No. You should be like, "Oh, I'm his brother." Wink, wink. It's like, dumb. So anyways, it's at the all is lost moment where they all like almost have a fight, and Zach's almost is upset he can't see Salt Lake
because he doesn't exist.
Yeah, and Shia LaBeouf's almost at the verge of saying, "You guys, I'm out." He's almost at that character point, which is typical. But guess who comes rolling up, guys? It's Clinton makeup. It's Saltwater Taffy Lake wrestler dude.
Saltwater Redneck.
That guy, yeah. It's him. Oh my god. He does exist. And we get a montage of Saltwater showing Zach how to wrestle and do things. And this is where he says, "Hey, that move you wanted me to teach you, I can't because it's impossible. So I'm setting this up now, so later in the movie when you do it, you look like a miracle child." And then he's doing such a good job at this. Zach wants to wrestle the next day.
But they didn't show him do anything.
Nope, not at all.
They didn't even show him. They did the hand collar tie up. They mention that, which is just you pretty much wrapping your arms around that first move all in every wrestling match.
Yes.
They do that. They don't even show him do that.
Nope. Not at all.
Why? I will say though,
yeah,
Jake the Snake Roberts is the guy, Sam in this, and he actually looks pretty decent in this movie. If you see him this day and age, he looks like old and decrepit. He barely walk, but he can actually move and stuff in this one. So I was really surprised.
I'll give you that. Him wrestling the next day is bad news because the day before, earlier that day at the diner, So that's when we got news that from to Eleanor. She called her boss and he said, "Hey, get the kid back as soon as possible because we got to send him to rehab or someplace."
Which we're transferring him because he's a flight risk to
Yeah.
the rehab place that's for prostitutes and drug addicts.
And she's like, "No, because it's not my job. Essentially, go f yourself, boss. She's done this the proper way in the first place because you're a f***ing idiot." She doesn't say that, but she should have because this whole movie's dumb. This logic's stupid here. So the next day comes now where they get wrestle, and the kids, they get to the wrestling area, and it's backyard wrestling. It's people losing teeth.
It's literally the shittiest looking backyard wrestling area that I've ever seen. And
I don't know, man, TJ. A lot of them are pretty shitty.
Yeah, no, I know. I got you. That's fine. But the most unbelievable part that I found in this, there's no cameras or anything here, and there's 50-year-old men doing this.
Yeah.
Why? And Jake the Snake's I've been doing this for 38 years, and you're wrestling backyard wrestling? What?
Right? Get out of this, man.
Why are you doing this?
It's his passion. It was what he likes.
They're treating this backyard wrestling like it's real wrestling or something.
Yeah.
And it's no, this is a shitty setup that we would set up as kids in the backyard or something.
But again, a lot of adults do their shit. So granted, it was more so people who were early 20s, mid 20s.
Yeah, no, I'm saying these are old men.
I know, but it's not surprising that they're into this. What other entertainment do they have down there? Oh man, what other entertainment do they have down there? Right?
Wrestling's not. It's more of a cliche, a niche thing than it is.
Yeah, that's why it's a small audience. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to find excuses.
It's whatever.
I know.
The movie's practically over at this point.
I know. Stop bitching about shit. I'm almost over.
This feels like it should be the halfway point or something, but
yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. So he's going to go wrestle. Zach is nervous, so Shia LaBeouf gets his mic'd up, etc., etc. He comes out in a cardboard outfit.
He's like, I'm scared. And so don't be scared. You can do it.
It's no, he should be scared. He just saw someone get his face hit with a chair and spit half his teeth.
You're forcing him into it for your own good.
Yeah, because
you need this to happen.
Not even I just drove 3 days out of my life down here to make you do this. Even though it was on the way to where I was going, you got to do this thing now.
Yeah, this definitely felt like he was pressuring Zach into
which
doing
he did.
this.
He did pressure. So Zach gets in the ring, starts wrestling the guy. The guy is beating up Zach, taking it harder than he should be. And while they're wrestling, Zach picks up the guy. He's about to throw him out.
You skipped the whole Eleanor and...
Oh, yeah.
Eleanor is rightfully he shouldn't be in that ring. They don't care about him. You know what I mean?
And Shia LaBeouf's I know, I care about him. It's all that matters. And we care.
And then they kiss.
And
and it was the most awkward looking kiss I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then he handcuffs her to the steering wheel for dramatic effect. What?
So she can't stop the kid from wrestling.
She wasn't going to stop him anyway. It didn't look like.
Nope, not at all.
Because she was in the car away from everything.
Oh, but she had to see the guys pull up and not do anything about it. She had exactly to see
why.
that.
That's because the plot needed the plot. That's why this happened.
She needed to see that happen and just run slow motion towards Shia LaBeouf.
Actually, she didn't even need to see him because she does nothing to prevent it.
I know, but she needed to see it so we could see it, TJ.
Oh.
That's why she had to see it.
I actually think it would have been more effective if we didn't know they showed up and all of a sudden he just got hit with the back of the head with a tire iron.
Exactly. And then died. It'd been great that way. He came out of nowhere. Oh, he's dead. Great. That's how it should have happened, but it didn't. Zach's going to throw the guy at the wrestling ring. She's tied up. She gets out as she's going to tell the guys, hey, you got to get hit in the head. The bad guys come in with a crowbar, of all things.
Tire iron.
And that's it, a tire iron. And tying iron the shit out of Shia LaBeouf's head. Hitting him, killing him.
As Zach throws Jake the Snake Roberts out of the ring using the move that is impossible, a press slam over the head. Ooh.
Yeah, so it must be special strength.
Yep.
And we get to a hospital, guys, and oh no, we're so sad. We see the doctor deliver news to Dakota Johnson.
This whole hospital scene pissed me the fuck off after I saw the reveal.
Yeah. We saw her sad because, he's
dead. Yeah. They faked us out.
Yes. Oh, it's my birthday, and let me blow this candle out. It's just so over the top dramatic. I'm like, cool, awesome. They pulled the character off.
When he blows out the candle, I think that's where it should have ended.
Yep. But no, it probably originally ended there, but test screenings like, no, I don't like that. So they probably had to add this extra shit on because test screenings are shit like that. So now the next day we're on the road to get to Florida. They end up at the Florida side, and we just see Zach and Eleanor.
And it would have been just fine if they said, "Hey, look, we're at Florida," and then we're at Florida, and it shows those two, and then it just ends there.
Yep, but nope. Zach goes behind the seat, and guess who's laying down? Shia. Yeah, because he's alive.
This what? Pissed me the f*** off.
That was a big f*** you to all of us.
That was like one that is the biggest cop out. Two, that's it. The movie's just over. We just end. What happened to the guys that attacked them? Or are they arrested?
Right.
What are they going to do in Florida? Does he not want to be a wrestler anymore? Are they a thing? Are they going to get married? What's going on?
Right. The charges like that he just all the grand arson he just did? Are they trapped because he's almost got killed?
Right.
What's all the legality of all this shit?
Are the cops looking for them for kidnapping the special needs kids? What?
But those weren't part of the plot. Those weren't the problems. They showed us all the problems we had to watch, and they answered the problems we had to watch. So logistics to it, they don't care about.
This is a shallow awards bait movie.
I'll give you that. It very much is a very shallow, weaker version of Huckleberry, a weaker version of Oh Brother. It is a weak sauce. Not strongly directed, but it's
written poorly.
It really is. It really is. I can't even defend that. But I just liked it just enough not to hate this movie.
Well, I came into this review fine, but now I'm like furious.
Well, if that furious hatred and anger, TJ, what are you going to give this movie then?
I was at a 5 when I started. I'm at a 4 now.
Oh, that's not bad. I was at a 7 when I started, but now, like, really, the plot holes I saw, I thought I would just see. But now that, this is why I can't talk with you about movies, because now that you saw them too, like, you're validating the issues I had. So I was at a 7, like, it's not that bad. For all the other shit, like, it's a 5. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. It's right in the middle. I usually talk about movies to people who don't see the plot holes, so, like, you don't see this? So, like, now that you see it too, like, I guess it's not that good then, huh?
Well, that's because we're both critical.
But yeah, it's a movie. It's not awful. I do find charm in it personally.
I will admit.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I would have probably liked this movie.
Yeah.
I would have been like, just watched it for what it is and be like, oh, it's fine. It's neat. But on another note, like, I'm easy to get emotionally. Like,
yes.
Seriously, it's easy to get me. I kind of like anything when I'm watching it, and it's only when I put on my critical eye that I get like this.
Yeah.
But I felt nothing for this movie.
No, nothing like emotional standpoint.
No, I was not touched at all. I did not care. Like, at the end, I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. I would agree with you. I used to be cold-hearted if I was young. But the older I get emotional too. I agree with you. I felt like I should cry in this movie. Not once I get teary-eyed.
Like, and when I do on my other Anime and Us podcast, like with the animes, I don't give credit when an anime gets me because it's like I'm easy to get. I know what it is. But if you don't even get me, you're like, there's something missing with the heart of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what this movie is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a heart story. It's supposed to make you feel something.
Yes.
And it doesn't even do that.
No, I agree. I feel like it's a step above film student film because it does have just enough, again, I keep saying charm, but I guess carrot. It has enough something that makes it not bad, but it doesn't have heart. It has a little bit of charm, but not enough heart to make it like I felt that.
It's above film student as far as technical, but it is definitely for film students.
Yes, it's a festival circuit.
Yes, it is.
Give me awards kind of movie, but it's not shameless enough to do all the terrible tropes. But that's just enough. It's like, nah, this movie. Like I didn't see what you're doing. You're not going over my eyes. So yeah, it's a movie. That's what I got for my first outing for this theme month.
Yeah,
I try to make you like Shia LaBeouf. Did you like him at least in the movie? Did you get anything from him at all?
No.
As an actor? As a character, as an actor?
Because honestly, it felt like he was just playing himself. That's what I got out of it. I was like, oh, I wouldn't doubt if this is who he is in real life, because he's a scumbag.
You, TJ, god damn it. No, I'm changing the theme. I'm doing all Shia LaBeouf movies now. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. So yeah, that's Peanut Butter Falcons. Come back next week for
You can
another part of the theme, you assholes.
we don't normally do the next one. I like to leave it surprise, but if you want to, you can.
No, these morons are gonna sit there and wait a week and see what they're gonna watch.
All right, whatever. I don't care about them anyway.
Neither do I.